Chief Meteorologist Cameron Moreland.
Well, today was the warmest day since Monday, and that warm-up is going to continue. Let's take a look at your 7-day temperature trend. We saw a high of 80 today. That's exactly where we should be for this time of year, but we're going to climb up into the mid-80s tomorrow. We will see mid-80s over the weekend as well, and then temperatures will drop off a little bit behind a cold front for early next week, with highs ranging from the mid-70s to the lower half of the 80s. Right now, we're still looking at a few 80s out there west of Lake Winnebago. It's 80 in Wapaka, it is 80 in Watoma, and it is also 81 degrees in Berlin. As you would expect, it's quite a bit cooler near Lake Michigan, where temperatures range from the lower 60s to the lower 70s. Right now in the valley, abundant sunshine and 75 degrees with calm winds. In Green Bay, it is 78 after a lot of sunshine mixing with clouds throughout the day. We now have just mainly sunny skies out there and a comfortable dew point. Dew points are still in the 50s. The last couple of days, we had dew points in the 40s, so they are going up, and they will continue to go up as we move into this upcoming weekend. With dew points in the 50s, it's still considered comfortable out there, but we will see those dew points moving on up as we head into tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. NBC 26 Precision Radar shows dry conditions across all of Wisconsin this evening. Very quiet weather-wise. We've got a large area of high pressure controlling our weather. As this area of high pressure starts to shift off towards the south and east, the return flow on the back side of it is warming things up. Temperatures are much warmer today compared to the last couple of days across the central and northern part of the country. It really felt like September yesterday, with temperatures only in the 60s and 70s, hardly any 80s out there. But today, that has changed. We're now seeing many spots getting up into the 80s, and those 80s will be expanding. So the big question for this summer has been, where's the heat? The warmest day of the entire year was over 2 months ago, back in May, when the high temperature hit 86 degrees. Since then, the warmest temperature has been 83, but it looks like we could top that tomorrow afternoon. I'm forecasting highs mainly in the lower to mid-80s away from Lake Michigan. Even warmer weather pushes in for Saturday. Precision Cast shows clear skies tonight. Tomorrow morning, mostly sunny conditions, and then we'll start to see a few fair weather cumulus clouds bubble up once again, just like we saw today. So your forecast for tonight does call for mostly clear skies. Look for a low in the upper 50s. Not as cool as the last couple of nights. We're not threatening any record lows, that's for sure. Tomorrow, warmer and increasingly humid. Temperatures getting up into the 80s. Dew points getting back up into the 60s. We will see mid-80s on Saturday, abundant sunshine throughout the day, a chance for a thunderstorm late in the day, probably after sunset for most of us. A better chance for some thunderstorms on Sunday. I'm going 86, but if those thunderstorms do hit in the middle of the afternoon, it's going to be quite a bit cooler than that. Still a chance for some showers and thunderstorms on Monday. With northeast winds, we will cool down a little bit, upper 70s to lower 80s as we head into the middle part of next week. And then we will warm up again by next weekend with a very typical summer-like pattern. Highs in the 80s with a chance for a thunderstorm or two from time to time.
It's hard to want to complain about this weather because it's beautiful, but I just really want that humidity and just for me to have to go to the water to go swimming.
Yes, I always like to look forward to fall. You know, like when
Right.
September rolls around, you want those nice cool days in the 60s and 70s, but when you have them all summer long,
Right.
you start to think about, wow, where did summer go?
And then fall will be so cold, I
Yeah.
feel like. Well, hopefully we get to that 90 at some point.
We probably will, but who knows? We've had summers with no 90s before.
All right. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time.
We'll see.
Thanks, Cameron.